Yeah, I know, right?
Now that the serial disappearances case has been solved, no one's going to come after us for anything. Even without Silver standing guard, we can just completely relax. Why don't we stay and rest up here for a while? Even machines in Fontaine need to stop and recharge now and then.
Well, if we wanted to rest, couldn't we pick somewhere with a decent view?
Oh, come on! This place isn't that bad. Besides, how often do we get to stay in an actual base?
The truth, Paimon.
Oh, fine. Remember that detective story Paimon read before? Well, the author is about to release a new book, so Paimon wanted to buy it as soon as it came out and have a quiet place to read it.
Fair enough. Just don't spoil the ending for me this time.
Then it's agreed. Come on, let's get some sleep. We'll need to be up first thing in the morning to get in line and buy a copy.
You and Paimon relax for a while. Okay.
Paimon didn't expect that style at all. Even though it's a detective novel, it's also like a social documentary. Whew. It's actually pretty good.
You just finished it? You're a pretty slow reader, Paimon. She's just like me.
No! Paimon just spends a bit more time sleeping than you, that's all.
Excuse me, but do you know if the Traveler and Paimon are lodging here?
No.
Huh? Who are you? Paimon doesn't recall seeing you before. Wait, you're not here to give us trouble, are you?
Kind of.
A blonde traveler and a chatty little fairy. Phew, looks like I found the place. Good thing I asked the Spina di Rosula. Seems they sent me the right way.
Hey, what do you mean by chatty? Paimon's always careful not to talk too much. Most of the time, anyway.
It's an honor to meet you both. I was sent from the Palais Mermonia. Monsieur Norilette wishes to see you.
Oh.
It seems he has something important to discuss in person.
He wants to see me?
Nivelette? He wants to see us again already? Huh. We talked so much the last time we met. Has something happened since then?
I am not privy to the details. It would be best if you came to the Palais Mermonia and asked Monsieur Norilette in person.
If you say so, but Paimon has a bad feeling about this.
Now that I've delivered the message, I'll take my leave.
Thanks! We haven't left the room for a few days, so we'll head over once we've freshened up a bit.
Act 3 start.
Nivelette! We're here! Did you want to see us about something? Huh? Why were you just standing there? You daydreaming or thinking something over?
Yes, I did send someone to fetch you. But as for what I'd like to discuss next, well, I still have some reservations.
Given that we've already made the trip here, you should just tell us. Bet you need us to help you with something, right?
I do indeed have something I'd like to ask you to do. However, you should wait until after I tell you the details, then decide for yourselves whether you'd like to help or not. The situation is this.
A while earlier at the
It has come to
Early
my attention
Memorial.
that the Snezhnaya
Oh!
Harbinger known as the Knave wants a diplomatic meeting with you, correct? I heard that she was originally from Fontaine, but for her to suddenly arrive here and abruptly request such a meeting like this, I sincerely advise you to refuse her invitation outright. I'm sure you're aware that her purpose is most likely related to Child's recent predicament. We convicted one of the Snezhnayan Harbingers in a court of law, but we have yet to provide any form of detailed report on the matter. This does indeed provide an opportunity for Snezhnaya to put pressure on us. I believe we should adopt an evasive stance until we can provide a proper explanation and have a preliminary plan on how to deal with the matter.
No, we shouldn't. I think we should agree to the meeting.
Oh?
Well, you see, we are the ones that owe an explanation. if we keep putting off the meeting, it could easily result in the problem escalating, right? It's like a fight between two friends. If they don't agree to see each other and talk in person, isn't it possible that the friendship could end entirely?
Though diplomatic relations between Fontaine and Snezhnaya could be considered as friendly, it is only superficially so. You wouldn't go so far as to say that our nations are friends, as you did in your example.
It was just an analogy. An analogy, okay?
Moreover, even if we were to talk in person, if we don't have sufficient information prepared, it is quite possible the result wouldn't be restored relations, but a complete falling out.
I don't think we should overthink those possibilities yet. Even if the logic of the divine is not immediately apparent, its wisdom will only be revealed with time. Besides, you'll be at the meeting. If any problems do pop up, you'll have no problem navigating them.
I must clarify that interacting and communicating with people outside of court is not my cup of tea. It seems you think too much of me. But more importantly, when did I agree to join the meeting with you?
You mean you won't come? No, that won't do. I can't go to the meeting alone. You have to accompany me. I must take you with me.
Lady Farina, could there be something else regarding this matter that is being kept from me?
No, not at all. Look, I am the Archon of Fontaine, Focalor, the god of justice who is loved and adored by many. So I only hope that justice will be served in this matter. Don't overthink it. I'll go find someone to arrange the meeting.
Sure, Farina. The time for the meeting with the knave that Lady Farina insisted upon arrives.
Though it could officially be considered a diplomatic conference, I prefer to see our meeting today as an ordinary tea party. I assume you see it the same way, Miss Farina?
The knave, fourth harbinger.
Lady Farina?
Oh, yes, that's right. Just like you said, a tea party. I should thank you for providing the pastries. They look delectable.
Also,
To make this tea party even
Pyro,
more lively, I've invited
Pyrovision
someone else
confirmed.
to join us today.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Neuvillette. I was born in Fontaine, so naturally, there's no need to introduce the nation's revered Eudex to me.
Hello. The pleasure is also mine.
First, I would like to thank the two of you. I'm often away on business outside of Fontaine, and I'm told that the children of the House of the Hearth have been well taken care of by you. Oh, I'm not referring to when my children, Linny and Lynette, were falsely accused by you. Please don't misunderstand. The children of the House of the Hearth are often misunderstood, perhaps due to the reputation of the Fatui. There's no getting around that. All I meant to say is that Fontaine has been stable in recent years. The people are well off and the children lead happy, fulfilled lives. That is something truly worth cherishing, and no one wishes to disrupt such peace.
Now then, you have come regarding the matter of child, correct?
Well, yes. It appears the ever-busy Eudex Neuvillette doesn't wish to waste time with diplomatic pleasantries, and hopes that we can get straight to the point of our talk. Yes, as you surmised, understanding child's situation is indeed one of the goals of this trip. As we are both diplomats from Snezhnaya, as well as Fatui harbingers, Child and I have always been colleagues. Were anything to happen in Fontaine, each of us would serve as the other's attorney to resolve the issue. So now, in my capacity as his attorney, I request that Child be turned over to Snezhnaya. We have a responsibility to cooperate with Fontaine and resolve what has happened to him together.
The rules governing attorneys only apply before a trial has concluded. Since a verdict has already been rendered, we see the case as settled. I apologize for being unable to grant your request.
An outright refusal. Very well. I respect all the rules of Fontaine's courts, just as I respect you as Chief Justice. Okay, why don't we back up a step? You don't need to transfer Child to us. I only request to enter the Fortress of Meripede to see Child and confirm his condition. It's not like you couldn't even manage to fulfill a simple request like that. Right, Miss Farina?
About that.
The Fortress of Meripede has always been completely autonomous. Even we have no authority to interfere there, and diplomatic issues do not suffice as an excuse. However, if you absolutely must confirm the situation of the Harbinger, I have a proposal.
And that's where we step
They
in.
showed up already? Well, Lenny did say that father will be returning soon.
Like, in 3 days.
We didn't know that Lenny was from the House of the Hearth at the time, so we kinda overlooked that information.
Please be careful, Nouvellette. The night won't be easy to deal with.
Yes, thank you for your kind advice. I'm well aware of the situation. I also notice that Lady Farina acts a little odd and unnatural whenever I bring up matters related to the Knave.
I think she is, scared.
Be threatening Lady Farina or something?
If that were the
Well,
case,
you know, she
why
is a
didn't Lady
harbinger,
Farina
so
inform
like...
me? And what means could the Knave possibly have to twist the arm of an Archon?
So maybe
Taking her
that's not very
noses.
likely. Even though Farina can act a little weird at times, she's still an Archon.
In reality, this problem is even more thorny than it appears. According to reports from the Fortress of Meripede, Child recently disappeared under mysterious circumstances.
Wait, what? Child disappeared? Did he escape?
The details are still unclear. We cannot rule out an escape, but there have also been no reports of him outside of the Fortress of Meripede. Special guards oversee the fortress, and its internal systems are extensive. Combined with the special characteristics of the surrounding terrain, an escape should not be possible. I suspect that there's something else behind Child's disappearance. I was only willing to share this information with you because you are friends of Child, and it is my duty to see justice done.
So this is what you wanted to see us about before.
Yes. I would like you to go to the Fortress of Meripede and investigate Child's disappearance.
Arrest
This
us.
was my proposal during our meeting with the Knave. Rather than allowing her to intervene, I offered to send someone to find out about Child's situation and
Were we
report
name
back to her
dropped
in
during the
detail.
meeting, though?
The Knave did not seem satisfied by my proposal, but she still agreed to go along with it for the time being. Her words were, "We will talk more once we have that report."
So that means we bought ourselves some time.
But why do you want us to go? Wouldn't it be more convenient to have an official from Fontaine do it? Do this? Actually, I was gonna say something, but let's let Nouvellette speak first.
Firstly, you're already acquainted with Child. Your eyes may discern relevant details there that others would miss. And secondly, is the consideration of the unique nature of the Fortress of Meripede.
Isn't it just Fontaine's prison?
I would not define it so crudely. The Fortress of Meripede is not affiliated with the court system of Fontaine on paper. It has always existed as an autonomous entity. Early in Fontaine's history, criminals were punished with exile, not imprisonment. Even today, sentences against convicted criminals still include exile, just as before. The Fortress of Meripede may seem like a prison, but it should in fact be regarded as a gathering place for exiles.
Yes.
All we do is dispatch guards to keep watch and help maintain security, but we have no right to get involved with any other matters. Although I do have a personal relationship with the administrator there, Neither myself nor the courts have the right to be directly involved with the investigation, no matter how serious the grounds.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. That's why you need us to conduct our own investigation as a third party, right?
Correct. I will arrange false charges against you so that you may secretly investigate inside the fortress during your detention.
Damn.
This will save us a lot of
We go into
unnecessary
jail.
trouble. So, are you two willing to accept my proposal?
Well, since you're in such a tough spot, you know. Well, Child is our friend after all.
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, it seems we're the best choice. Alright, we hereby accept this difficult task. Reluctantly.
You two have my sincere thanks. This matter is of critical importance to Fontaine's current situation. Also, I hope that both of you can keep this operation a secret. We will rendezvous at the Fortress of Meropede's entrance on Erinius once you've prepared yourselves. I will arrange for someone to take you inside.
But, like, what are my charges?
Is there something we need to prepare?
Perhaps you could enjoy a good meal and have a nice bath. I'm afraid that living conditions inside the fortress are nothing like those on the outside world.
Alright! Even though we'll be there on trumped up charges, we'll be in prison for real.
I mean, it's probably better than sleeping on the floor.
Second thought, is it too late to back out?
You didn't even consider the fact we'd be prisoners. We've already agreed, Paimon. Just accept it.
Please do not worry. Since you are sacrificing both your time and quality of life for the sake of delivering this report, you will be compensated according to the highest standards permitted to legal staff, regardless of the outcome.
Now that's more like it. Come on, traveler, let's go eat the best meal we can find. We'll eat so much that we won't need to eat another meal for a whole month. Your treat.
Of course, it's my
Are
treat.
you leaving now? In that case, please take this cake as a token of my personal gratitude.
I'll have that and that. Oh, and one of those two. Ooh, and no Fanta, thank you.
You sure ordered a lot. Didn't we? Didn't you just finish eating the cake that Nouvellette gave us?
That cake was pretty good. But as soon as Paimon remembered that we're about to go to prison, Paimon's stomach suddenly became completely empty.
I mean, it is a void. There is a void inside your stomach.
Now that Paimon thinks about it, we've always been super careful ever since we arrived in Fontaine. Just to avoid breaking any strange laws.
Well, yeah, ever since Leeway, you know.
Here we are, about to willingly send ourselves off to the Fortress of Meropede. Maybe this is what they call fate. Let's just try our best to investigate everything quickly once we get there. Paimon doesn't want to stay in prison too long.
Oh, what is that?
Oh,
I hear?
Charlotte.
Is it the taste of a breaking story?
No, you didn't hear anything.
Hey, you can't hear a taste. And what are you doing here, Charlotte?
Oh, don't remind me. I invited an eyewitness to a case to eat here, and I was planning to get some great material out of him. But he didn't even show up.
So now you're using us as material.
Calm down. This is nothing new. As a journalist, you should be used to this by now. And as long as you can score some juicy tidbits from the traveler, you might still be able to recover the cost of the meal.
I mean, how about a story like this?
Hear you, Charlotte.
How about a story like this, Charlotte? Blonde traveler and trusty companion are charged for eating Nouvellette's cake and sent to the Fortress of Meropede. Have been found guilty on these charges.
Never mind. It's nothing. I just heard you mention the Fortress of Meropede. You didn't commit a crime, did you?
Maybe.
Please tell
I
me all
mean,
about it.
No way! We would never! We're just going there to...
achoo. I can't achoo.
to...
This is the third time in a row
I almost forgot
that
Nouvellette told us to keep it a
that Paimon has spilt the beans on something she was not meant to. We're going to serve our sentence and redeem ourselves. We're spoiling the ending of a detective novel in public. You know what? True.
Huh? You're being arrested for that? Oh. But now that I think about it, I suppose that's not completely unreasonable. That's pretty despicable. Almost as offensive as committing theft.
Sure. I didn't know Charlotte was so...
Did something that serious?
I didn't know Charlotte hated spoilers that much, but... there are those kinds of people. See, I told you, Paimon. You didn't even think about it at the time.
Sorry, Paimon really messed up.
This is why you're
In
considered
that case,
chatty.
It's nothing particularly newsworthy after all. Oh, how disappointing. Oh, right. There's still a chance. Since you're going to be at the Fortress of Mirapede, would you be willing to help me gather some material for a story?
I mean, after the case is done, maybe.
Paimon doesn't think we'll have any time.
Oh, it's nothing difficult. All you have to do is think of a way to get some time face to face with the warden of the fortress.
Oh, that should be easy.
He was awarded the honorary title of Duke in Fontaine. Sounds really cool, huh? Only those who have made significant contributions to the nation have been conferred this title. It's incredibly rare. On top of that,
Oh, so I'll get it at the end of this at the end of the Archon quest, right?
Practically nobody, including journalists like me, knows anything about the person in charge there. Oh, if I could write an exclusive article about him, I bet it would sell a boatload of papers.
You make it sound easy, but it really depends.
Of course, I wouldn't ask you to do it for free, so this meal is on me.
Alright, you got a deal. We'll do anything you want.
That's a bad idea.
Then it's settled.
You've already wasted some food
Wait a second, right?
on some other journalist.
Wait, just how much did you order?
Maybe you shouldn't have agreed so easily. After completely stuffing yourselves, you prepare to go to the Fortress of Mirapede.
Alright, Nervalek, we're ready. Is this where the entrance is?
You have come, just as promised. Yes, this is the one and only entrance to the Fortress of Mirapede from Irenaeus. Careful. You may want to step back a bit.
Whoa, so you have to go down from here? Is the prison underwater?
Yes.
Utilizing both the barrier of the water as well as the fear humans have of the depths, the Fortress of Mirapede is naturally the perfect place to confine and guard criminals.
Okay, but like, it's not
Do
that
not worry.
deep.
It is not nearly as frightening inside as you may think. You will see for yourselves once you are down there.
Paimon hopes you're right. Don't know about you, but just thinking about being at the bottom of the sea like that gives Paimon the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, and there's one more thing.
Interesting.
I mentioned that I have had personal dealings with the administrator of the fortress, Wriothesley. He's a very shrewd fellow.
Grizzly.
Yeah, we heard about him too. He's that Duke, right?
Correct. He is the highest-ranking manager of the underwater prison. Even though you are going there to investigate at my behest, it would behoove you to avoid any confrontation with him or any of his subordinates.
Okay, well,
The Duke
like,
rarely ever leaves
Charlotte
the fortress
gave me
of
the
Mirapede,
request first,
but that does
so...
not mean he is not privy to all that is happening inside and outside the fortress. He is quiet, but not unaware, so please bear that in mind.
The Duke Grizzly. I'll keep that in mind.
All right, that's about all the time that we have to talk privately. I'm counting on you two.
Don't worry, we won't let you down.
Good. Madeline!
I'm here, Monsieur Nervalet. These two are the newest convicts, I presume? Don't worry, they won't escape on my watch.
Damn.
Like we would try.
Please follow me, you two. I'll process your paperwork for entering the Fortress of
So,
Mirapede.
like, what am I charged with?
Oh, it's you, Madeline. Why'd they make you make the trip down here today?
Monsieur Nervalet personally requested I escort these two convicts. I suppose he was concerned others might not be up to the task.
Well now, aren't you the lucky one? Must be nice to be on good terms with the big shots like the Chief Justice. The only people I get to see every day are the new inmates.
Well,
I-
have you tried service with a smile? Who knows, it might help your professional reputation.
Yeah, right. As if. Every criminal comes through here looking miserable. How can I smile with such a toxic work environment? And even if I did smile at them, the convicts would probably just think that I'm some freak getting some kind of twisted enjoyment from their pain.
Oh, she's got a point.
She be spitting.
Well, I've finished transferring you. You two will register here, and Marette will guide you through the remaining procedures.
Yep, I'll take it from here. You head on back to that bright and sunny world above.
And now I feel bad for the employees.
Okay, let me see. You are the Traveler and Paimon, correct?
Yes, I am Miss Traveler. Present. That's right.
That would be us.
Let me confirm your charges and sentence.
Okay.
Let's
Let's see what the
You two
charges are.
charged with eating a cake specially prepared for the Archon by a Snezhnayan envoy without the Archon's permission, thereby incapacitating the political center of Fontaine for a brief
What?
period. Sentence: 45 days?
I said it as a joke, but I didn't expect to be actually charged with eating Nouvelette's cake.
Huh? Wait, you mean the cake that Nervalette gave us was...
Just looking at the charges, it seems you two are capable of causing some serious trouble.
Eating
And
cake.
considering how fond Lady Furina is of sweets, this crime is tantamount to trying to assassinate the Hydro Archon herself.
You really have an eye for criminals.
Now I've seen everything.
Really has.
Anyway, we still need to finish processing you before you can enter the Fortress of Meripede. Please stand in front of the board over there. I'll take your mugshots with my camera.
Oh, all right. But be sure to catch Paimon's good side.
So, like, where are the height measurements? They're just dots. And then Paimon just flies, so, like, the height measurement means nothing. Under Murat's guidance, you... Oh, alright.
And we're done. Thank you for your cooperation. Next, someone will be along to guide you inside the fortress. Please be sure to cherish this opportunity for rebirth.
Thanks.
Rebirth? Isn't that a little much? We're only gonna be here for 45 days.
You two are the new inmates, right? Follow me.
She didn't even answer.
Oh, okay. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
You are no longer.
Save it. Not like I'll remember your names. Move it.
Oh, you will. That's pretty cool. This is like the fucking River Styx.
So, are you one of the guards here? Is there anything we should be careful of while we're here? Did Paimon already ask something she wasn't supposed to?
Why should I tell you anything? What's in it for me?
You sure you don't... you sure don't seem like a guard. Why were you sent to bring us in?
This is exactly why I can't stand you fish. I wouldn't even be doing this if it weren't for the credit coupons.
Yeah, he's a prisoner as well.
Credit coupons?
There is only like one official
Alright,
guard.
Seeing as you're not the annoying kind that's getting dragged in here crying and blubbering, I guess I can tell you a few things. But next time, it'll cost you some coupons.
Alright, we
Laura
don't
means
have
nothing
any.
Here, we use credit coupons. Coupons can get you almost anything in the Fortress of Meripede. Desires? Fulfilled. You want power? No problem.
Hang on, what
Coupons can even change
desires?
fate itself.
Never mind.
So, credit coupons
This isn't
are
that time.
currency that
This
can
isn't that kind
only
of
be used
game.
here?
It's not as simple as that. Like Moret said, everyone gets a chance at rebirth. No matter how much money or power you had before, it means nothing once you set foot inside the Fortress of Meripede. You have to start over and earn your coupons. Everyone starts from the same place, and you have a chance at a new, less terrible life. I guess that's the real purpose of the coupons. They symbolize true fairness and true justice. And this is also exactly why so many criminals choose not to return to the outside world, even after they've served their sentence.
Oh, so that's what the Fortress of Meripede is like. Huh. Paimon was under the impression that it'd be more like a prison.
It certainly ain't all sunshine and roses here, but it's also not the worst place to be. You'd better take a good look at the scenery now. It'll be the last chance you get for a while. After being away from the sunlight for so long, even the terrifying depths of the sea start to feel like home.
I mean,
It just stops feeling oppressive, you know?
it's not that deep.
Oh,
You could see the
I'm
sun
actually
from
an inmate
above.
like you two. Welcoming newcomers is a job I've picked up to earn some extra coupons.
Have you ever seen the Duke? Have you ever seen a Harbinger from Snezhnaya? I think the answer is yes.
Why aren't you answering us again?
I've told you enough for free. Any more info is
Oh,
gonna
of course.
cost
So all you care about is Mora. Wait, no. Coupons?
Yeah, I have 50 million
Almost
more,
there.
so
It's down through here.
coupons are
Your
new
turn to give it a
currency.
try.
So this is the actual entrance to the Fortress of Meripede? Huh. It looks like there are other new arrivals, too. Oh, they sure don't look happy. Maybe we look too relaxed for fresh convicts.
Hurry up and think about something sad. You're probably the only one who doesn't fit in.
Oh, right. We're on someone else's territory now. We need to think of a good way to act like criminals to get by. If we're discovered, even Neuvillette might not be able to rescue us.
If we ever get found out, then maybe we'd become criminals for real.
Hey! Don't scare Paimon! Oh, Paimon's not ready for all this.
Look, I don't really know you, and I have no idea what kind of crime you committed, but you wouldn't have happened to anger someone important, did you?
Kind of, I guess.
Someone important? Paimon doesn't think so. Wait, why are you suddenly trying to talk to us now?
Now's not the time to worry about that. Anyway, it's over there, so
Another height
you
chart.
just go on over there by yourselves. I've done my job, so good luck.
So is there like a different part of the...
Wait a second. Are there usually so many garter mechs around here?
Apparently not. Does this mean that...
They're already onto us?
Get ready to fight? I don't think that's the... Oh, hello.
Prisoners numbers 7459 and 7560. Welcome. Oh, no need to be anxious. These Gardamex aren't here to attack you. In fact, they're here as your honor guard.
Oh,
When I heard that you were friends of Monsieur Neuvillette, I had the Guardmex come and wait in formation.
Wait,
right.
you know about our connection with Neuvillette?
Haha.
The seafloor isn't as cut off from the world as you might imagine. However, I'm afraid that I know nothing more than that you are friends of the Udex. And as you can see, committing a crime means being sentenced here, even if you're friends with the Chief Justice.
So you
Quite
must
fair.
be...
The Duke! Greetings, Your Grace! Lovely weather today, isn't it?
How would you know?
Huh, greetings, my good fellow. Well, I'm willing to imagine that the weather is as good outside the sea as you say it is. how great it would have been if only the Fortress of Meripede had been built on the coast, huh? It would have been so convenient to enjoy a nice chat in the sunshine.
Ah, my profuse apologies. I just got so nervous when I saw you,
So this is the Duke. He sure looks a lot younger than Paimon imagined.
The Traveler and Paimon, correct? Mr. Deacon here was responsible for your welcome. I trust you were satisfied with his guidance?
Yeah, I give him 5 stars. It was okay. His attitude could use it. He could use some work though. He's taking great care of us. Splendid chap, really.
Outstanding. Well, Deacon, I recall we discussed fate during our last work meeting, I believe that fate will reward all those who take every aspect of their work in life seriously. When you return to your bunk, you'll find the guards have issued some extra credit coupons to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Your Grace. Oh, and you too. I can't believe you gave me such praise. If you need anything in the future, anything, please come
Hell
find me
yeah.
anytime. No credit coupons necessary.
A free
I believe that
informant.
concludes the introductions. We've already taken enough time here. Deacon, if you would.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take my leave now.
Please, follow me. To make you feel more welcome, I'll show you around the various facilities of the Fortress of Meripede. I hope it'll help you adjust to life here.
He's going to personally give us a cure? Huh. Paimon can't figure out what this guy's thinking at all.
Well, let's just roll with it for now. But I hope he doesn't know too much already.
No wonder Charlotte's so interested in him. He's one of those mysterious types. Alright, let's keep up with him.
I don't have any coupons though.
There's no need to be so reserved. The label of criminal is nothing but one of many identities. And being criminally inclined here at the Fortress is just one of many ways to survive.
Is it really okay for the warden to think like that? We're real criminals, you know. What if we're too...
Real criminals.
Well, then maybe you'll be able to carve out a name and a place for yourselves in this underwater world, But before you go in swinging, please remember that in the Fortress of Meripede, it's better to not cause trouble for yourself or for the guards.
So is there like a
We've
fight
arrived at
club
a very
here,
important
or
place, the Coupon Cafeteria. You can come here and claim one welfare meal each day.
Welfare meal? You mean it doesn't cost anything?
That's right. Criminals are essential to Fortress operations, so we must guarantee that they at least have the basic means to survive.
But that's not how it was. Back in the day, it cost your reward coupons just to get a cup of water here. For fish like you who just arrived with nothing, you'd have to go to work hungry until you earned enough coupons to eat. It was only after His Grace became the administrator that we got the free meal rule. Now everyone gets a square meal every day, even no-good slackers who've never picked up a wrench in their whole lives. Nobody starves to death here.
In the Fortress of Meripede, credit coupons are the only currency, and everything must be purchased. In some sense, you could say using the coupons is a form of trade. But trade is always conducted by people. So if we want trade here to prosper, we need everyone to work hard and live their lives. If nobody could even afford a meal, then the whole fortress would be up in arms. And that would only make things more difficult for me. So, rather than saying that we're giving everyone a free meal here, you should say that everyone's hard work has improved the living conditions in the Fortress of Meripede.
Your Grace's reasoning is correct, but what I said is also true. Whatever the case, hard work is rewarded here. You'd be hard-pressed to find anywhere else as fair and reasonable.
oh, don't worry.
Paimon sees your point.
Just like outside,
Logic, this place doesn't seem so bad.
I'll be collecting all of the coupons.
Oh, wait, no. We shouldn't drop our guard so quickly. But it seems the inmates really respect the Duke because of his attitude, right? We should still try to verify the truth with our own eyes.
Let's continue this way.
Well, since he has his own story quest, and he's his playable character, like, How bad could he be?
This place is known as the Pancration Ring.
Fight Club. Surely.
Sometimes we have criminals who have more energy than they know what to do with. Their daily work alone isn't enough of an outlet for them. So, instead of leaving them to their own devices, we've provided them with this dedicated venue. This way, nobody will get involved unless they want to be.
Pancration matches? And you can earn extra coupons? Oh, what do you think, Traveler? Interested?
Yes.
But I must warn you that your sentence will be extended if you fail to restrain yourself and end up seriously injuring or killing your opponent.
In that case, I'll pass. Seems you know me too well.
So, did you set this place up too?
No, actually. I just granted approval for the organizer to use this area to build the ring, and I collect a portion of the proceeds in return. Of course, the fees are also quite useful.
Oh. Do you mind if we ask what they're used for?
Sure. Ensuring personal safety, maintaining the arena, and resolving any conflicts that arise. Why? Are you interested in how to manage a pancration ring?
I mean,
Oh, no,
like if there's a ranking system, I'm gonna be first place.
You paid for everyone's welfare meals.
A reasonable guess. I see you have a talent for entrepreneurship.
Oh, you hear that?
She's a businesswoman.
Has a talent. So we can start a business here?
I already have
That
50
is
million more
something you can
outside.
discuss between yourselves later. Let's move on for now.
All right, so we're gonna fight, and that's how we're gonna earn all our credit.
Your Grace. Good morning. I mean, good afternoon. No, wait, what time is it again?
I think it's morning.
What time indeed? Time waits for no one, so it's best to keep an eye on it.
No, afternoon.
My apologies, Your Grace.
Jeez. That guy's so nervous he almost forgot to breathe.
Ants.
Sorry, forgive my manners.
These are the dormitories, which is where inmates sleep. The guards will inform you where your bunk is later. In the Fortress of Meripede, criminals usually spend most of their time in either the production zone or the sleeping areas.
The production zone? What does it produce? Is that where we'll be working?
Not necessarily. Though working in the production zone is the most reliable way to earn credit coupons. If you have other skills, you can skip your shifts to earn them in other ways.
Wow. Wait, you're the manager of this place, and you're just telling us to our faces that it's okay to skip work?
The fact that the Fortress of Meripede has continued operating completely autonomously is proof enough that most people are willing to work honestly and earn a stable income.
Fair.
As for what we produce, many of the clockwork machines seen all over Fontaine originate from our workshop. Therefore, the Fortress of Meripede is not only a place where criminals serve their sentences, but also a giant machine factory. There's no need for me to get into specifics about the production process now. You'll experience it all firsthand when you report for work tomorrow.
You got it, boss.
Let's move on. The tour continues over this way.
Okay. What, Linny? Hang on. I saw you in the.
You really scared me there. I didn't expect to see you here, Your Grace. I thought maybe I was so tired from work that I was starting to see things.
The only thing you should be seeing is the work in front of you. Stay focused and keep up the pace. Oh? Is something the matter?
No! Seems like Linny's gone in the same way as us.
We'll have to work tomorrow. Your Grace? What are you doing in the infirmary at a time like this? Oh no, you didn't injure yourself, did you?
Not yet, unfortunately for you. But thank you for your concern, Sigewin.
Then you must be here for those two.
Allow me to introduce you. This is the infirmary, and Sigewin here is the Fortress of Merapede's head nurse.
Hello, new faces. They call me the head nurse, but I actually handle all the nurse-related work all by myself down here.
Since you seem to have some rare downtime with no patients, perhaps you could find the time to join us for dinner?
Oh, then these two must be some important convicts. Sure, I'll join the welcome party.
We are very important. We have our
Your
own character
presence
models.
will be the pièce de résistance for today's tour.
Oh, so the tour part is over now?
I believe I've already covered the primary aspects of life here in the fortress. As for your work, there'll be someone else to guide you through the details. Is there anything else? I seldom conduct tours, so why don't you just ask if you have any questions?
Well, this is our first time here. Paimon's not sure what to ask.
Then let's head back to the coupon cafeteria. Maybe a meal will help you think up some questions.
You should at least try to be excited. Our free meals are actually pretty good here.
I don't trust that.
What do you think of the food? Does it meet your expectations? Wow, it looks delicious! Neverlet made it sound like living conditions in the Fortress of Meripede wasn't very good. Who would have guessed that criminals get to eat tasty food like this every day?
The main thing is that it's free. Mine's pretty good too.
Oh, isn't that the meal box that only super lucky people manage to draw? Seems like you two are quite fortunate.
It actually has nothing to do with luck in this case. I had a word with Walsey, so you didn't have to draw lots like everyone else.
Oh, you mean the meals are random?
That makes sense.
Yes, what you get to eat depends completely on your luck. You could say that it's a distasteful little game that Chef Walsey likes to play here in the cafeteria. Paimon knew it! If criminals got to eat tasty food like this every meal, the crime rate in Fontaine would skyrocket for sure. Excuse me, did I hear you mention Nervulette just now?
No.
I've been wondering how he's doing. Is he busy with work? Has he been taking care of his health?
I'm actually not surprised Sigewin cares so much about Neuvillette, considering she is basically a Melusine.
He seems healthy no matter how you look at him, but he works so hard all the time, so it must be really tiring.
Sounds like he hasn't changed a bit. Looks like you can stop worrying so much, Sigewin.
Oh, that's good. But I still feel like it's been too long since I've heard any news about him.
No news is good news. Maybe next time I've got something to discuss with him, I can invite you to accompany us.
But isn't the Fortress of Meropede independent from Fontaine's court system? What do you two have to discuss?
Well, we
Crime.
provide all kinds of mechanical products for official use, and some essential goods have to be obtained from the overworld, so we naturally have to stay in touch about this and that. Monsieur Neuvillette's character is unimpeachable. No matter the question, you can discuss it openly and freely with him. Talking with him feels quite effortless. In light of that, I am quite willing to go out of my way to show respect and accommodate him. In fact, right now, I'm treating you two as guests invited by Monsieur Neuvillette. But unfortunately, I can only do so until the end of this meal. After this, you two will just be inmates here.
Oh well. Understood. Thank you for your hospitality.
You're very welcome. Well, your new life awaits.
The Traveler and Paimon, right?
Yes.
Listen up. As new inmates, the only thing you need to worry about is what to do and when to do it. Don't make any extra trouble for yourself.
Is your name really
Bunk's
Fielding?
right over there. Follow me.
So this is where we'll be sleeping from now on. Oh, Paimon can't believe this! The days of staying home and reading detective stories are like a dream now.
I mean, I still have the
By the
Synestia
way,
plot,
Traveler,
technically.
we saw a lot of things worth investigating just now. Even
Yeah.
though the Duke didn't say it too directly, judging from what he said at the end, it seems that he was only welcoming because we know Novelette. We are criminals, and Paimon did eat that cake, but we're actually here to help Novelette. Is it possible that he knows we're here on a mission? Or is Paimon overthinking things?
It's very possible. He probably knows more than he's letting on. That's the case with a lot of the characters in Fontaine. They seem a lot smarter than they let on.
Yeah, Paimon thinks so too. He probably knew why we came here from the very beginning and intentionally wanted to send us a message. Maybe something like, "Hey, I have my eyes on you, so don't try anything funny."
But there's nothing we can do about that. We're already here after all.
Yeah, you're right. It's not like we can go back to Novelette empty-handed and say, "The dude looks scary, so we gave up."
We could take him.
And besides, the Duke said that he was willing to go out of his way to show respect for Novelette, right? So, we at least need to try. But Paimon hasn't gotten a clue where we should start our investigation.
Well, there is one other important thing.
You mean?
Lenny's presence. What is he doing here?
Yeah, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Paimon almost spilled the beans when we ran into him.
I mean, it was a shock.
Fortunately, based on his attitude, it looks like the Duke sees Lenny as just another inmate. We worked so hard to help clear Lenny and Lynette's names, and yet we turn around and bam! He's in prison anyway!
If I had to guess, I'd say he's here for the same reason we are.
Oh, right! Lenny and Lynette are from the House of the Hearth. They work for the Knave, so they could be here to investigate too!
I feel like the Knave has done the same thing we have. And look, there's something over there.
Huh? Oh, it's a card! Paimon didn't notice it earlier.
Yeah, I wonder where that card's from. This is a pretty big room for a prison.
It looks like a magician's prop. Lenny must have left it here. He's in prison and still doing his little tricks, huh? Let Paimon have a look. It was nice to bump into you again. Let's catch up in the production zone tomorrow. What in the world? It's written like he's greeting a buddy on the street. Paimon thought he'd write something important.
This proves that he's up to something here too.
If you say so. We can ask him what's going on tomorrow. Let's get some rest now.
With a bit of trepidation. Okay.
Hey, you're finally awake!
You're up early today, Paimon.
Well, it's Paimon's first day as a prisoner. Last night, Paimon dreamed about getting interrogated by the guards until Paimon told them everything, and then Paimon woke up.
You told them everything?
Hey, come on! It's just a dream, okay? Paimon wouldn't really squeal. Maybe?
Yeah?
Hey, lazy bones. What are you still doing here? If you don't want to starve, then get yourselves over to the production zone.
I think we've got enough food.
We're going right away!
After you set up as soon as possible after...
Ah, you must be the catch of the day. Looks like you've got some luck getting assigned this space.
Yep, we just arrived yesterday and...
Don't interrupt me when I'm speaking.
Yes, sir.
Listen carefully to my instructions. I don't want any mishaps. Every machine here is worth more than the both of you.
No,
Working around these machines can be very dangerous. Do your job well, and you can eat in the cafeteria after your shift. Get sloppy, and you dine in the infirmary. Anyway, the Fortress of Merope doesn't want to lose a single one of its machines. And it also doesn't want to waste the production potential of any inmate. You got that?
Got it!
Okay.
Your job is to use the machine over there to process widgets. Watch carefully, and make sure you step on the pedal at the right time. If the machine gets jammed, then give it a little maintenance with your fist.
Yeah, I hit it.
Here, take this. Bring me the processed widgets, and I'll give you some credit coupons in exchange.
Alright, I'll make 100. Alright, let's go. Unprocessed widget.
Once the widget is hot enough to glow, jump to step on the pedal and hit the widget with the hit. So if the machine gets jammed, you just need to attack it to fix the problem.
Hell yeah. Okay, I get it. Damn, it really is struggling out here.
Okay, you got it! Great! Now we can report back to the foreman and give him the processed widgets.
There was only one, so...
Huh. This one is tolerable. Though since the processing is done by machine, the product is all pretty much the same anyway.
True.
Alright, I'll pass you for now. And we'll count up how many credit coupons you've earned.
But we only did one. How many credit coupons would you get?
We're done now, right? Oh, that foreman. He's so scary that Paimon couldn't even speak. Ugh. Even though Paimon's starving and wants to head straight to the coupon cafeteria, we still need to meet Lenny first, right?
Yes.
He probably just finished up his work, too. He should be around here somewhere.
Psst.
Hey, over here.
Damn it.
Oh, you scared Paimon! How did you appear out of nowhere like that?
Oh, you scare so easily now? Is there something worrying you these days?
Oh, you little... The only thing we're worried about was trying to find you.
Sorry. Come over here and keep it down.
Oh, Lynette! You're here too! You two really are inseparable.
Could have guessed.
That's right. My brother simply can't stand to be away from me.
Me neither. I mean,
It's not just Lynette. Fremine is also here. Do you still remember him?
see, the game needs to point out if you still remember Fremine.
You're from the House of the Hearth, right? Paimon remembers seeing him in the Court of Fontaine before. Now hurry up and tell us, how did you end up as criminals this time? We fought so hard at court to prove you were innocent, but now it looks like our incredible court battle was for nothing!
Yeah, what are you charged with?
Sadly, even the teeniest of things can land you in prison these days. I put together a street performance and used the popularity we gained from the Opera House incident to attract a big crowd.
Which one?
And then?
Next, I invited several audience members to participate in the show. And then, with the entire audience watching, their wallet suddenly disappeared.
My brother was charged with theft, and I was charged as his accomplice, having assisted him in his crime.
So what about Fremine? Why is he here if he
It really isn't
wouldn't
that
have been
bad.
tied to any
The
of
missing
this?
wallets are all in the leftmost drawer of the Maison Gardiennage's big filing cabinet. We just need to see how long it takes to discover them.
Yep, we should be released then.
In terms of
Wait.
the magic trick itself, I think the performance went perfectly.
How did you steal all their wallets?
To Lenny to magic himself into prison.
That's not the point, Lenny. The question is, what are you two really doing here?
Indeed. Last time I hid my identity from you, I promised that I'd tell you absolutely everything if you were angry about it. No more secrets.
Yeah, no more secrets.
So I don't plan on keeping anything from you this time either. At the moment, the House of the Hearth's interests don't conflict with yours at all. We were instructed by the father of our house, the Knave, to come here and conduct an investigation.
Told you so. See? Paimon guessed right.
As for what we're investigating, perhaps you haven't heard, but the fortress of Meropide hides a secret.
Not another one.
Some even say that the entire fortress exists just to protect it. The House of the Hearth has been investigating this for a very long time, trying to uncover its mysteries. But recently, all of our informants, including the ones that had infiltrated the guards, suddenly vanished and have not been heard from since. We believe that this is a direct provocation, and it's the reason why we came here.
Why is the house so interested about this secret?
Father has somehow managed to confirm that Focalors does not have Fontaine's Gnosis.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? How did she manage to learn information that important?
Threatening.
Father has her ways. Many of them are beyond our imagination, and we've never had the chance to see her at work. But we trust her conclusions.
She threatened
It was this
Farina.
information that led us to suspect that Fontaine's Gnosis might be in the fortress of Meripede and is related to that secret.
So it's all about the Gnosis again.
Yes.
Well, that's about it from our side. How about you two? Did Monsieur Nervulette send you here?
Maybe.
Bingo! The maid has been applying a lot of pressure. She wants to know what happened to Child, so we came here to investigate. Traveler, are we allowed to tell them?
I mean, you've already said everything. Consider it an exchange of information.
You don't need to worry too much about that. She's just asking for a report on Master Child's predicament as a means of pressuring you. Father used this situation as a pretext to negotiate with two high-ranking officials in the court of Fontaine. She actually just wants to be able to make concessions on this matter for gains elsewhere, almost like a bargaining chip.
Sometimes you need an excuse to do things you otherwise couldn't. And a harbinger is more valuable than you might imagine.
Of course, it's not a complete farce. If we do manage to find out what happened to Master Child too, then diplomatic relations with Fontaine could improve, and Snezhnaya might even be able to adjust its stance a bit.
Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like we're the only ones who actually care about Child's situation? The relationship between the Harbingers must be as bad as ever.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far. Father just has different standards than we do when it comes to what can be sacrificed for an advantage. By the way, I have a suggestion. Why don't we team up? Even though we have different objectives, we're both here to investigate the fortress of Meripede. It would be more efficient for us to work together. As you know, the House of the Hearth has many reasons to seek the Gnosis, but our highest priority remains resolving the prophesized crisis. You can trust us on that.
See, I told you.
Is that so? Sure enough, it won't be easy to convince them to cooperate with us.
Lenny seems to be thinking pretty hard about something.
Of course he is. Lenny has been looking forward to a chance to reach an understanding with you ever since last we met. Or, I should say, we were really looking forward to teaming up with you this time.
Lynette, just tell them everything, why don't you?
It's okay to open up a little.
Very prudent of you, and consistent with your behavior since we first met. That's reasonable enough, and I agreed to cooperate on these terms as well. I was prepared for the worst, but you were actually more agreeable than I anticipated. All right then, there's no time to lose. I have some information to share, so listen carefully. Since Lynette and I arrived here, our investigation uncovered the fact that the Fortress of Meripede has a forbidden zone. Most people just clammed up and wouldn't talk, but after asking the right questions, we were able to confirm the existence of the forbidden zone from the guards. You should be aware of that while you're investigating.
A forbidden zone? Could that be where Child disappeared to? You're right, we'll definitely keep that in mind.
Good. That's the most suspicious thing about the fortress that we know of so far. We have a few other unanswered questions, and we'll be investigating those as quickly as we can. Anyway, I hope you find our information useful at least.
I think it'll be very
Look at
useful.
the time, you two must be hungry. You should go to the coupon cafeteria and get something to eat. I'll use my cards to get in touch with you again in the future.
Oh, that's just what Paimon wanted to hear! Paimon's starving after all that work today. We could talk more about the investigation later. Let's go get some grub.
I don't think it's gonna be good